Hey yo, good morning. How's it going? We are on, let's see, detoxing on sugar day 4. We are on detoxing nicotine day 9. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun doing stacked quitting routines. It really helps, like, not pull everything so that my brain isn't just like hyper focused on one thing. It's like distracted by the two things. I don't know if that's good because of the ADHD. Maybe that's why it's working, but it sure does work for me. That being said, there's a lot of psychological and physical changes that happen when you decide to clean up your life. So, we're definitely going to try to address some of those. And I'm definitely still feeling cravings in the morning. And one thing I've learned is that it's really good to replace one craving with another, one fixation with another. So, what I like to recommend, and I've always liked running, so I like to pick an activity that I like. I know that I enjoy running, I get the runner's high. I sometimes will get into routines where I'm jogging 3-4 miles a day, but I'm currently recovering from anemia, so we're not doing that. So but I do still know that a little jog in the morning definitely helps. And so I've been taking a little 15-minute jog in the morning, and that's been really burning through some of that craving energy and turning it into some good dopamine that I can attach to for the day. Helps get me loosened up for my other workouts that I decide to do. I'm still just doing little spurts of workouts, so nothing really official, but my bars showed up. These things are amazing. These are the Tabiki push-up bars. These are 14-inch, not 12-inch. So a lot of them you'll see are either a lot taller than this or a lot shorter than this. These are really, really tall. Honestly, these are going to be challenging for me to get up and do a handstand on. So I definitely recommend, if you're worried about that kind of stuff, you might want to start on blocks and doing just on the ground stuff. But this is also good in the meantime for things like hanging. I mean, I am just getting so much strength in my L sit positions and everything because of things like these bars. They obviously just showed up, but you can just feel, you just like get an upgrade on something and you're like, this is definitely going to advance what I'm doing. These bars are definitely it. I got them on Amazon. I got them on special for like $29.99. I know they sometimes can sell a lot higher than that, but I got them for $30. So hold out if you're budgeting. They're there still. Let's see. So that was helping. Also, I noticed that. Did you know that quitting tobacco and or sugar can trigger more bloating? And since I'm already dealing with that with the healing from the anemia and stuff like that, I noticed that first couple of days of doing everything right, I still wasn't losing any weight. And it was like sometimes, in the past, I've used that as an excuse to get frustrated and stop. Now I know not to. I know to just cling to my goals, cling to my routines, make sure, if you know you're doing the right thing, then just keep doing the right thing and maybe try to add on some extra stuff. I went to Costco and I got a big old tub of turmeric. So this morning I'm having some turmeric tea mixed with the Trader Joe's ginger powder mixed with the stevia on the inside there. And this is sweet, delicious, and anti-inflammatory, which helps with some of the bloating. Also, yogurt, probiotics, things like that can help. And I am still taking like 2 of my beef organ supplements a day. Those are supposed to be like 6 a day, and it's $60 a bottle. I will take 2 a day, and that bottle can last 3 months, or I cannot afford to take those vitamins. But those are essentially the vitamins that I take. I haven't really regularly taken anything else. And I take those on and off, mostly for the anemia. They actually kept me out of the hospital a couple months ago, which is great. Um, I added stevia in a little quick recipe to yogurt with some high flavonoid cocoa powder, which was a delicious treat that really helped after going to the grocery store. I went to if you're trying to quit sugar and you're going to that grocery store, that first section is all cookies, cupcakes, muffins, and everything that you're not supposed to have. So, psychological trigger number 2. I fought that back with parasympathetic breathing. I did the 4 breathes in, 2 counts up, 6 breaths out, 2 counts down. And my mantra while I was doing it, because I always include a mantra, was sugar out on the way up, and then on the way down I just said body on, with like a little bit of attitude. And it really flipped my whole mental state. All of a sudden I was walking through all those candies, all those temptations, and I realized like I really didn't want any of them. I knew what they tasted like. I was aware of what, I've had a muffin before, I've eaten a cookie before, and these were not cookies that I actually wanted. I want cookies later when I'm better in shape. So then I came home and I decided to try another recipe, which I want to share with you guys because it was a wild success, was the lentil wraps. If you've ever heard of just blending red lentils in water and making a wrap, I did that. I took 3/4 cups of red lentils and I soaked them in 1.5 cups of water with some chicken bouillon. You can season them up however you like. And they did, they recommend in the recipe to fry them in a nonstick pan, but I don't have a nonstick pan. And so I used a large baking sheet lined with parchment paper that I sprayed with some coconut oil, and I baked them at 350 for like 30 minutes, and they came out pretty good. I'll be honest, they did smell a little beany coming out of the oven, but once I put a little mustard and turkey on it, it turned into like a really nice like turkey wrap. It was high protein, it was, low sugar, it was very filling. And so I'm trying to, work on, because of the sugar thing, sometimes you'll end up chasing other calories trying to get it. So I'm trying to add bulk to my food so that as long as it's a good food, something that I like to eat, that it'll keep me from chasing more food, because I'll simply get too full and then it's low calorie, so it works. So this was like the wrap each was like plus the turkey and mustard, it turned into like macros like 170 calories with like 2 to 4 grams of fiber, depending on if you added lettuce or anything like that, and then 22 grams of protein, which is excellent. So I'm definitely going to keep that snack on, just because it was honestly like tasty to me. I only agree with doing food swaps that are healthier for you if they also taste fantastic to you. So I definitely recommend that as a process. I do not agree with suffering through any kind of rehabilitation. I think it should feel very good the whole time. Physical, mental, emotional rehabilitation. We all just want to feel good. And it's no sense in trying a program that's going to make you feel trashy the whole time you're improving. We want to feel good and improve at the same time. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the day. Cheers to you, and I hope you're making your goals